this is Sandra Gutierrez. I am Nomad Stitches, and this is the Nomad Stitches Podcast. It's been a while since my last one, but as you know, I always say the same thing because I'm not very good at recording regularly. My life is a little bit hectic with the kids and work and everything, and I just don't work as fast as maybe other people do. So I never have enough content to share. So I usually try to wait until I have a little bit of material to show you some work that I've been doing. And so hopefully today's episode is going to be interesting and exciting because I do have quite a few works in progress and planned projects and FOs to show you. And obviously I also want to show you my book because it's been officially published. It was published last month on the 12th. So it's been about a month since it's been out, which is crazy. And I've been loving all of your reviews on Amazon. Please keep putting reviews, especially if they're good, because that definitely helps sell. And I just love knowing that you're enjoying it. For those of you who don't know what's in the book, you can go to my Instagram and I have pictures of all the patterns in there. And you can also go to my website. I'm going to put the link in the description. But either way, I'm going to do a little flip through of the book and I'm going to post it here in this episode. So it's going to be the next minute or so. And if you want to skip it, then feel free. But, you know, check out what's in the book. That is colorful crochet knitwear. I hope you're enjoying it if you've bought it. I've seen a few works in progress and finished objects already from it, which is amazing and I'm so excited. I think the most popular one at the moment is Al Yak, which like I said in my blog post, it takes a little bit of time to make, so I'm sure that is going to become a whip for a little while. But the other one that I've seen quite a few of is Fernway, which is perfect for summer. It's such a nice little summery tank and very fun to make, very easy, and I hope you're enjoying it. Anyway, thank you so much for those of you who have bought the book or who have commented about it. I mean, it's been sold all over the world. Some people in Costa Rica have it, Australia, I mean in the US, in England, in Canada. Like, I'm just over the moon about the fact that my book is all over the world, and thank you so much for that. You guys are amazing. I'm so glad that it's been received so well. But yeah, that was a lot of work last year and it feels so good to get it out of the way, and now I get to work in other things other than the book. So yay, I can put this on the shelf and maybe work on another book. We'll see. But anyway, I do have a few things that I want to share with you guys today. So I'm going to talk to you about what's going on in my personal life, because life is a little bit crazy at the moment and I have some crazy exciting news for you. So I'm going to share that, and then I'm going to talk about some finished objects that I have, so some patterns that are about to come out or will come out soon, and I'm really excited about those too. And I also want to show you what I'm working on at the moment, so my works in progress and some planned patterns for the future, so that you have an idea of what I'm working on, and maybe if you wanted to like get your yarn ready or whatever, then obviously do that, but that's gonna be in a while. Anyway, so let's talk about my personal life at the moment. So yeah, as you know, I am originally from Mexico. The last time I was in Mexico was for our wedding, which was in 2015, in August of 2015. And I wasn't even where I grew up. I grew up in the north of Mexico, but my wedding was in Tulum in the south of Mexico. So my parents and my brothers and a lot of my uncles and one of my grandmas, they all flew down for my wedding, which was great. One friend from high school flew down, which was really cool as well, and just friends from all over the world were there, which was really, really cool. the thing is, I haven't been home to where I grew up in about 10 years or so. So last time I was there, it was when me and Callum had just started dating, and we've been together for 10 years now, and we were there for Christmas, that first Christmas we were together. So it's been that long since I've been home, and I miss it so much, and I get to go home. I am so excited. So next week, today I'm recording on Thursday, and on the 17th of next week, which is Tuesday, I am off, me and my family with 2 kids. We are flying all the way to Mexico from London, which I am really nervous about. Cal has bought this thing that is like an inflatable footrest for Maggie, so hopefully she'll sleep on the plane. And there's a rumor that there might be a cot on my seat. I think he might have upgraded me for a seat with a cot for Luna, so hopefully they'll sleep through the flight. It's in the middle of the night. We leave at 10 o'clock at night, and it's 12 hours. So, I mean, if they manage to sleep through the flight, it would make life so much better, and it's going to be so great, but I doubt it. So we're prepared for the eventuality that they decide not to sleep. But either way, if they manage to sleep, I'm so excited. I'm going to put a link here to that inflatable thing, because if it works, it's a miracle. And everyone should have it to fly with kids. So I'll tell you about it after our flight. But yeah, we're going to be in Mexico City for about 5 days. One of my grandmas had an accident, and she's broken a hip or a femur or something like that. And so she's bedridden at the moment, and she's quite old. So a lot of my uncles and aunts are there, and so I'm going to take my kids to meet her, or so she can meet them, because I don't think they'll remember her. And hopefully, you know, like kind of, I don't know, see her before, she'll be fine. I know she'll be fine. But anyway, it's my grandma. I haven't seen her in, I don't know, 15 years or something like that, only on the phone. So I am really excited to see her and my uncles and cousins and everything. And because we are Mexican, we have a huge family. I have like, I think I counted once, like 40 cousins or something like that. So seeing some of them, it's like a huge deal. And then I am flying to the north of Mexico in Ensenada, which is where I grew up, and I'm going to stay with my parents for almost 2 months with my whole family. And my dad's been working really hard at conditioning the house so that there's enough rooms for everyone, and there's beds for the kids, and yeah, so I'm really excited. I've been dreaming about the food, and I've been dreaming about being with my mom and my dad, and yeah, it's just been way too long, and I want them to be grandparents to their grandkids, and my kids are dying. Well, I hope they're dying to meet them. I keep talking about abuelito y abuelita and how excited they are to meet Maggie, or to see Maggie again, because they met her when she was like 2 months old, so it doesn't really count. But yeah, so we're gonna go to Mexico for 2 months, so I'll be there until mid-July. But then that's not the end of it. We come back to England, and we're gonna have about a month, I think, to get all of our affairs in order, and then we're moving to Spain again. Yeah, so if you've been following me for a while, then you know that I started this whole Nomad Stitches journey when I was living in Valencia in Spain, and then I moved to Granada. Then after that we were in Italy for a while, and then we were in Bulgaria for a while, and now we've been in the UK for like 2 years now. So we're going back to Spain. I know it's been a while, and we had decided not to go back, but then just life is turning out to be not what we expected in England. Like the weather is just not really our cup of tea, and I don't know, I just miss the sun way too much, and Cal does too, and Maggie loves it. Maggie loves the rain. She's like, oh, it's raining, I'll just put my welly boots, no worries. But I'm just not a rain person, this kind of weather person. So we're going back to Spain, and we're going to be living in a tiny village where Cal's mom has a house. So we're going to stay there for a little while until we find a more stable place for us. So yeah, keep your fingers crossed that it all goes well with the move. We're very, very nervous about the move. We're probably going to have to buy a van so that we can transport all of our stuff, because we have so much stuff. I mean, just this room alone would fill up my car, and I don't want to get rid of my yarn or my books or all my materials, you know. So yeah, we need to find a solution for that, and I'm very nervous. So if you guys have done any like cross-country moves or like international moves with kids, please give us advice. What's the cheapest, easiest, and most practical way to move all your shit from one place to the other? Because we are not sure how that's gonna work out. But yeah, Nomad Stitches is being nomad again, and we are moving to Spain in about August or something like that. So yeah, that's what's happening in my life. Very exciting, very crazy, very nerve-wracking. I honestly cannot sleep these days because, yes, obviously I have a baby and I have to feed her at night, but I am so nervous and a little bit stressed out. So I've been trying to like focus on yarn. Like when I'm like, okay, my mind thinks about too many things, I'm just like, let's just knit, let's just crochet, and it's been working. So I have quite a few things to show you when it comes to yarn. Sorry about all the personal life. If you're not interested in my life, I hope you didn't mind listening to that, or I hope you fast forwarded. But anyway, let's talk about finished objects and patterns that are coming out soon. So the first one I have is my little sister romper. Now I call her a little sister because I have girls and Luna is the little sister, but it doesn't mean that it's a girl's romper, okay? So this is a unisex romper. Oh gosh, I think it's got a stain there. I think I need to wash it better. So yeah, that's the thing about kids' clothes, they get dirty. And this yarn might not have been the best for something that I'm gonna wash very often. I did felt a little bit the first time, so the second time I just hand washed it, and I obviously didn't do a very good job. I think maybe I will try next time to use a wool wash on a wool cycle on the washing machine, see if that helps. It's not really felted, and then it's bamboo. Let me see, I used Sirdar Snuggly baby bamboo, so it's meant to be for baby clothes. It's bamboo and 20% wool, 80% bamboo, 20% wool, and it's machine washable. But I think maybe I put it in really, really hot or something. I don't know. I'll try to figure it out, a better way to wash it, because it's really nice. The yarn is super soft. It's very, very drapey, but not heavy, you know. And Maggie was Luna, sorry, was wearing it when we were in Valencia, and it was so hot, and she enjoyed it. She wasn't like overly fussy about the heat or anything like that. And so when we go to Mexico, it's going to be actually quite hot when we're there. So I'm a little bit nervous about how our clothes are going to fare, because we haven't been hot in so long. So I'm definitely taking this guy, and you know, with no top on, it will be fine. And she's worn this one in the cold with a long top, with a long sleeve top and tights on, and it actually looks really cute as well. So yeah, this is the little sister romper. This is a knit pattern. It has moss stitch at the bottom, and it has an opening at the bottom as well for nappy changes. I use snaps on mine, but the pattern also comes with instructions for buttons. My testers are working on it, and they should be finished by tomorrow actually. So hopefully this pattern will release in a couple of days. Depends how the weekend goes with me, but I should have time to get it ready by Monday. Now, one of the things that my testers are having issues with is the neckline. So I've actually modified it quite a few times, and I know it looks really, really tiny at the moment. It fits Luna perfectly fine. I really don't have any problems putting it on, but some of my testers had issues, and I know babies' heads are like all different sizes, so I wanted to accommodate to like even big heads. So I've modified the pattern to make sure that all the heads will fit properly without having like a crazy like open neck. Because yes, I could have put a fastening on at the top, like a little button, but I just think that's a little bit of extra faff, and I wanted something that was just like on, and then that's it, you know, you don't have to worry about it. And so I think I've managed to do that. I've made the neckline a little bit wider, so that there's enough space but not too deep, and it's working really, really well with my tester. So hopefully this pattern will be out soon. Like I said, I use Sirdar, whoopsie, Sirdar baby bamboo, Snuggly baby bamboo. And it is really nice. I recommend it. For working with bamboo can be a little bit annoying when you're knitting because the yarn slips so much, and this one did not split. It did slip a little bit off my hands, but actually worked really well. And oh, actually I should tell you about them now. I use these needles. These are my KnitPro Djadore, I think that's what it's called. I'm going to put all of this in the description, by the way. They sent me these needles for Mother's Day as a Mother's Day promotion. And why I really like them is because they're wooden and they're square. As you can see, it's like a little, let me show you the big ones. It's, as you can see there, oh gosh, there, maybe. So it's like a square. It's not a circular needle. They're squares, so they're actually really nice to handle. And because they're made of wood, not metal, usually I use metal ones, these ones are so light, and it worked really, really well with the bamboo. So I've used bamboo needles before, and that's really nice because they kind of make the yarn not slip, and that's really helpful. But these, but they can be also a little bit, I don't know, funny to work with your hands because they have a different texture. But these are so smooth, and because of the shaping of the square, they're just really easy to grip, but they don't hurt or anything. They don't feel funny when you're knitting with them. And because they're wooden, they're super light, and they also keep the material from slipping too much, so they're not like a metal one. So yeah, definitely check these out. These are the KnitPro Djadore, and they come with all these needles. These are from size 4 all the way to 8, and they come with 3 different size cables. I'm using one at the moment. But the best thing about these cables is that they're metal cables. So for example, I have, let me show you the ones I have over here. These are my regular ones that I use, and you see the cable, how it's all like twisty. I've put it in boiling water, and it just, they always curl up, and it's so annoying, especially when you're working like with a magic circle technique, and you like, look at that. It's just, they just get in the way, and it's really annoying. But metal cables don't do that. They just fold easily. They don't get in the way. They don't tangle. They don't keep that shape of like a circle, twisty circle. So I really, really like them. They also come with a few tools that are super cute. So they come with stoppers. I think they come with 4 stoppers. They come with a little stitch holder, and they come with these thingies. These are extenders for the cable, so you can make a really, really long cable. And this is what I discovered when I was working on a project using these needles as well, that when I was working on a yoke and I got to this point, I wanted to try it on. Usually I would transfer all of my stitches to a scrap piece of yarn, but with this thing and with an extra cable, I just took the needle away, added the adapter, the extender, and then added another cable to it. So then the cable became so long that I could try on the garment, and I was like, oh my god, this is so much easier. And this is one of the reasons why I don't knit as much as crochet, because I hate having to like transfer the stitches just to try it on. It's so annoying. So this little magic tool is amazing. It really is magic. So yeah, I've been using it a lot. And it also comes with these little magic little markers that are so cute. They're like little hearts. You see? They come with quite a few of them. I've put them in a little box so I can use them in different colors. And they're really good because they do fit all the needles. They don't fit my other regular needles, which is a bit annoying. But, well, they don't fit like size 7. I'm using a size 7 at the moment for another project, and it doesn't fit it. So it's kind of annoying. But, you know, it fits most of the needles that I use all the time. And yeah, so these are the ones I got from KnitPro Djadore. Yes, they send them to me for free, but they're not paying me for this, and I really, really do like them. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is this little baggie, because it does fit them really well, but the zipper is quite thick. So I think I might just use this bag for something else, just like be a clutch, you know, to like go out or something, because it's quite cute and it's really velvety and nice. But yeah, those are the needles that I got from them, and I really like them. Okay, so that was my little sister romper. This will be released in a couple of days. Okay, so the other FO that I wanted to show you is my Blossoms cardi. This is like a summery cardigan thing. Very, very lacy, super loose. It's got these batwing sleeves, sorry. So very simple fit, super comfortable to wear, something that you just want to throw on and, you know, be warm for the day. And I really like the way it looks. Here's a little video of me at the park, and I'm super happy with it. Now this yarn has a bit of a story. So I got it from Lovecraft. I asked them for yarn support, and I showed them the idea I had, and then they sent me all this yarn, and it's Peep Pure. So it's like 100% wool, super nice yarn. I mean, I love working with it. But this is actually the third finished garment that I have made with it, which is insane. So the first one, I showed it to you a few episodes ago, so I'll put a little video here. First problem, what's with the sleeves? First of all, they're tiny. Look at that. They're so short because this just keeps falling off, so I keep pulling it up, and the sleeves are too short. No. So yeah, it definitely did not fit at all that first time. I think it was one of those where it was made in pieces, and then I put the pieces together, and then by that point I realized that it didn't fit, and I'd already worked all the pieces. So I undid all that, and then I worked this raglan one. So it's right here. At this point I had already frogged one sleeve and the neckline, but it was literally all finished, and it just didn't really feel right because it's quite this wool, it's not heavy at all, but it's quite fluffy, and with crochet it just felt so thick and so heavy, which it just didn't feel right. And the way it folded, like with the raglan shaping, I just didn't really like it, and I had already finished it. So it literally sat in one of those cubbies for about a year. Like the whole time I was writing the book, I didn't touch it. And once I finished the book, I was like, I feel like I need to do something with this yarn because it's lovely, and I have an idea of this loose cardigan with it, but I just haven't been able to figure it out. So this is where this idea came from. I have a cardigan that I got from a charity shop that is very similar in construction, just quite plain, no lace or anything, and I wanted to do something like that, but with a bit of lace and a bit more fun. So this is where this one came from, and I'm really chuffed about it because I just feel like I managed to do all the things that I wanted to include in it. The only thing that I am not completely happy about, sorry, I'm looking for my swatch that I wanted to show you. So when I blocked it, I did steam, just spray and steam, because it would take too long to dry, and the only place where I have enough space to lay it flat before I joined the sides was my bed, and that meant having about 3 days of me moving from off the bed and on the bed, and because Maggie comes in the mornings and every day, and that's where Luna sleeps during the night, like it was just too complicated. So I wanted to do a blocking that was quick and would be get done, and that's it. But like this is my swatch, and this I did a wet block, and you see how the lace opens up so much more, and I think this one still could use with a bit more blocking, to be honest. So I'm hoping that when I'm at my mom's house, because her house is quite big, maybe I can give it a good soak and let it block for longer. So we'll see. So yeah, this is the Blossoms cardi, and it will be hopefully out soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any testing for it because the shaping is quite straightforward. I'm not going to be doing any changes to the shaping. So all that needs to be looked at is the formatting of the pattern, make sure that it's well written, that there are no mistakes, and I have a tech editor taking care of that. So I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. I'll ask her. If she thinks that it needs extra eyes, then maybe I'll do testing, but if not, then it will be ready next month, hopefully. I've put a lot of work into the charts, so the whole thing is done reading these charts, and the back is where all of the increases happen. So let me show you the back. Here it is. So it starts at the bottom of the back at the narrowest point, and then it increases in the middle until you're at the widest point with the arms, with the sleeves, I mean. There it is, my other sleeve. Whoop. And then the front panels are worked using, you do a bit of a provisional cast on at the neckline, and then you join the neckline to the body and work the whole front. And the pattern comes with a video for all of those tricky bits like the provisional cast on and adding the cuffs and seaming together, like all of that comes in a video. So it's going to be a really easy pattern to do, perfect if you're new to lace, because it's all yarn overs, slips of knit, knitted together, and there's one stitch where you join 3 stitches into one, but I think you can figure it out. But yeah, these are both knitted patterns, which is weird because I went like 2 years without knitting and then suddenly I can't stop knitting. But those are my FOs of the day. Now let's talk works in progress. Okay, so when it comes to work in progress, I am working on 2 things at the moment. One is almost finished. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I don't know, maybe like 3 years ago on one of the episodes I showed you this tank. So this is a little tank top that I made. I ran out of this yarn, so I used this one just to finish it off. And I really liked it, but the problem is that I didn't block my swatch at the beginning. So when I worked the garment, it is just way too wide. Like when I put it on, it fits okay, but it just doesn't feel right. So I never actually published this pattern because I had to redo it, and because it's done with fingering weight yarn and because I hadn't blocked it, it turned out a lot more work than it was supposed to be. All right, because instead of doing, I don't know, 50 rows, I've done 100 rows, but because it's stretchy, like you don't need to do that. So it's supposed to have a little bit of negative ease, so it kind of like tightens to the body. And so it took me just so long to make it that I was so disappointed, and I kind of put it aside, and I haven't worn this and I haven't done anything about it until now. Alright, so I got a few balls of Galileo from Knitpicks, which is 50% viscose from bamboo and 50% wool, which makes it really nice material. It's quite heavy, and I am almost done with it. So all I have to do now is just join it at the side, and you see how much better it looks. Like it will fit so much better, and it still has the wavy bits at the bottom. It's not blocked, and my ends haven't been joined. And I've done actually 2 different necklines. So I've done regular, so this is a lot lower, it goes around here. So this is the front neckline, and then the back you can have either a low back or a high back if you want to cover, you know, a bit more skin. I went for the low back at the back and for the regular neckline. But this pattern is actually very adjustable. So it's going to come with ways to adjust the length of the straps if you want it a bit shorter, if you don't want so much opening at the underarm, if you want it longer as well. So this is the cropped, obviously. And I've talked about this a lot. I do most of my patterns as a crop design, and that's just because the shape of my body works better with cropped garments, because I am quite wide at the hips and my narrowest point is at my waist. So whenever I have things that go beyond my waist, it just makes me look bigger because they cover that smaller part of my body. So nowadays I usually just wear either things that are tunicky, like that, you know, kind of go beyond my hips, or cropped with high waist trousers or skirts or things like that. And that's just kind of what I do now, and I like the way I feel when I do that. So that's why I do it like that. However, all of my patterns have instructions to modify them for full length. All right, so I feel like a lot of people are scared about trying out my patterns because, oh, it's a crop sweater, but it's like, yeah, it's cropped, you just make it longer if you don't want it cropped, you know. It's not that complicated, and it comes with instructions for how to do that, the patterns. Okay, so this is going to be the same case. The instructions are going to be for cropped or for longer, and I really like these little wavies. So I made this kind of construction for my juniper sweater. Here, I'll put a picture over here for you guys to check out. So it has the same waves and the same kind of construction. So you can still kind of see here, there's the mark of where the marker goes. So the marker goes at the top and then at the bottom, and the instructions go above the marker, below the marker. And in between the markers, nothing changes at all. So just at the bottom, you do the waves. At the top, you do the shaping, and that's it. You know, it's really quite easy. It will come with a table for you to be marking which rows you've done, so that you can help yourself follow along the pattern and not have to like read so much, because sometimes when you're reading a pattern, you like forget where you are. But if you have a table and it's all clearly marked where what you need to do at each stage, then you can just mark it off, and I find that very, very helpful. So that will be included in the pattern. And this one, I've named it the Tulip Tank. I don't know what, it just feels like a flowery kind of garment. Yeah, so Tulip should be up for testing at some point. I mean, I'm going on holiday, and yes, I'm going to Mexico for 2 months, so I'm actually going to be working while I'm there, but I'm probably going to be working a lot less because I want to enjoy myself as well. So I will do my best to answer to emails and to write patterns, but yeah, we'll see. So that is my first work in progress. The other one I have in progress is this guy. So the people at Love Crafts sent me this yarn to try out. It's called Dulcie by Debbie Bliss, and they have a new collection of patterns. They're all for adults. This is the little booklet that comes with it, and this is some of the yarn that they have. And this yarn is really cool. It's 50%, 47% cotton, 47% acrylic, and 6% nylon. So it's basically half cotton, half acrylic, which, if you know this, I'm not a huge fan of acrylic, but it can be pretty amazing. And I think this is one of the cases where acrylic is really quite amazing, because cotton can be so heavy, and this yarn is so fluffy. It's amazingly fluffy and just so nice. So this is what I'm working on. So they sent me 4 balls of different colors, so I've just kind of put them together. So this is a knitted sweater, and it's a chunky yarn, so it's quite thick, and I'm using a 7mm needle, and it's just a little raglan sweater. It's gonna have an opening at the back, and I'm gonna put a little button there, and so this is where the seam goes. And as you can see, it's obviously for a baby. This, I'm making a 12-month sweater. So Luna right now is going to turn 8 months on the 24th. So she's still a little bit ways away from being a year old, but I figured even if it's a little bigger for her, she'll just use it through the whole winter, this winter coming. And the colors are really sweet. Like they're a bit pastel-y. Like, I'm not a huge pastel kind of person, but I think for babies it works really well, and mixing them together makes it even more pastel-y. But like just this green on its own would be lovely. There's the white, and the yellow is really, really pretty as well, and the pink is a bit pinky as well for me. I wouldn't normally go for a pink like this, but in this case I think it's working really, really well for a baby pattern. Now this one, I'm not sure I'm gonna do the normal thing that I usually do with patterns. I might just have it for free on my blog, and you know, for you to buy the PDF if you want it, because it's really not that complicated. Like, it's just a raglan sweater where I've got the neckline and the opening at the back. It does have a few short rows, and it's got a raglan shaping on the side with increases. And then, you know, it's just quite basic, and I feel like there's so many basic baby sweaters out there that I'm not sure there's much need for another one, and I don't want to spend too much time on it. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided. We'll see what it looks like when it's finished. But this is my other work in progress. I hope you like it. I really, really do, and I wish you could touch that texture, because it's just, I don't know, you can see the yarn there, that it's just so fluffy and like this almost cloudy feel to it. I really like it. I think it's gonna be a really nice summery sweater, you know, for like cold weather, but not terribly cold. So Spanish winter. There you go. Because it does get a bit chilly up there, but it's not like English winter really where we're gonna be living. So those are my work in progress at the moment. Now, let's talk about future projects. Like, the one reason why I want to talk to you about this is because I might not be recording for a while, and I've had to plan what I'm going to be doing in Mexico, because we're going to be there for quite a while. So I need to take the yarn with me now so that I can be prepared for when I am in Mexico, because I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to find yarn that I want to work with. So I've actually had to buy yarn, which I haven't done in a while. I know it sounds so pedantic, I'm so sorry, but usually I will request to a yarn company and I will show them the idea that I have, and then they'll say yes or they'll say no, and then they'll send me the yarn if they want to. So that process can take up to like 2 weeks sometimes even longer if the yarn's coming from far away. But this time I was like, it's too late, I leave in a week, I need to decide what I'm making now so that I'm prepared to go, and I just can't wait for people to send me things. So I just went ahead and bought yarn. Now this guy I bought at Unravel, I think, I want to say 2 years ago, or maybe last February, in 2021. I was there teaching a course, and I got this one from, it's Weku Yarn. It's fingering weight yarn, 100% superwash merino, and it is so pretty. You can't see the colors properly on this camera. I don't know why this green, just my camera does not like it, because it's not blue. It's this a really beautiful green, and I'm going to try to take a picture and put it over here, so hopefully you can see the colors right. So it's this bright purple. Right there is bright purple, and this is like this really intense green. So this is going to be the contrast color, because it's going to be a color work thing. And I've gone a little bit crazy, and I've gone yellow for my main color. Again, it just looks so sad on this camera, because this yellow is a lot brighter. It's still quite buttery, but it's a lot brighter than what I see on my screen right now, which is so sad. So I'm going to try to take a picture of this combination and show it to you over here to see what you think. So this is Cascade Yarn Heritage. And it's quite an affordable yarn, actually. And it's fingering weight yarn, and I really like it. It's super soft, you know, just quite basic, but all you need, right? So this is going to be the main color, and then I'm going to do some color work with this one at the top. So it's going to be quite wacky, I think, but I'm hoping it's going to work out. We'll see. Yeah, what do you think? Do you like the combination? I think it's a little bit wacky, but I think it could work out. Now the other thing that I'm going to be working on is I have this yarn. Okay, do you see this, how it's cut there? That was Maggie. She was in my office, and I have her little desk. That's her little desk, actually, where she comes and she works with me, and she says, "Mommy, I want to work with you." So she comes and sits there, and I have a little box of yarn right next to where she is, but it's all hidden away, so you can't see it. Well, she's gone and found this little ball of yarn and just snipped it in the middle. She's like, "Mommy, look, I cut it." I was like, "No." So at some point, I'm sure, oh, there it is. Maybe she did cut only just one end. We'll see. But anyway, this is, where is it? Where's the name? Ah, here. This is Sirdar Snuggly Cashmere Merino. So this is a DK weight yarn, and it is 57% wool, 33% acrylic, and 10% cashmere. So it's really, really soft, actually. But still fluffy with the wool, and because of the acrylic, it's going to be machine washable, which I'm really excited about. And this is going to be another baby project. Now I still haven't decided if I'm going to make it a knitted project or a crochet project. So I want to use this kind of ribbon stitch, and I'm going to make a long kind of romper thing, like more of a wintry thing, so ribbed all around with buttons at the top and little cuffs at the bottom of the feet, and like a vest thing, so something that you can wear over a long sleeve top. I'm really excited about that, but I still haven't decided if I'm going to do it knitting with knitted or crocheted. What do you think? Any preference? I think, like I said, I feel like there's so many beautiful knitting projects out there, and crochet is a little bit how do you say, underrated and underappreciated. So I feel like it's my responsibility to make more crochet projects, more crochet patterns, but at the same time I'm really enjoying doing knitting, and because this guy is going to be crochet, I feel like I might need some knitting while I'm away. So I haven't decided yet, but if you have any suggestions of what I should do, please let me know on the comments, should I do crochet or knitting for this baby project? Now the other one, my yarn hasn't arrived, but I want to show you the inspiration. So lately I've been going to charity shops like all the time because I just don't want to shop in the high street and I don't have time to do any sewing. So charity shops are the best way to give clothes a second life and, you know, more opportunity to stay out of the landfill and to wear something nice, right? So this is actually from a charity shop. I went yesterday and I got it for, I want to say £2, which is crazy. And I got loads of really cool things, and Cal too, and the babies too. So this is another top that I got from a charity shop. It is, yeah, it's from the high street, but you know what? I didn't buy it from a high street. This would have ended up in the landfill if someone hadn't taken it to the charity shop, and I'm hopefully giving money to a good cause because the charity shop is like I think it was a heart foundation. So yeah, anyway, this is the top that I got, and I really like the way it fits because it's got that cropped feel over here, and then you get these like flares, like ruffly at the bit at the bottom. So that's what I want to make. I'm not a huge fan of how tight it is at the top of the neck, and the armhole is actually quite narrow, so I'm going to be modifying that. It also has this at the back, which it looks fine with this top, but I'm not sure if I don't know if you can see, it's got like a mesh situation going on. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that with the crochet garment, but it might be a good way of tightening it up. So maybe do like little straps that tighten. And I might also do these straps just narrow and just do like a little string connecting the front to the back. I'm not 100% sure, but this is the inspiration behind it. And I've actually gotten a really cute pink, which I know I've told you I'm not really a pink person, but I thought, you know what, maybe this one will be a nice pink. So this is the pink I've gotten. It is Knit Pig's Comfy Fingering, Comfy, and it is, I think it's 100%. No, it's 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. So it also has that softness I hope that acrylic will bring, and less heaviness, but will have the freshness of cotton, so it will be wearable in the summer. So yeah, this is my next summer garment. So I think I might work on this one first with the pink yarn, and then do the other ones because those are going to take more time to figure out. And that is what I have. Whew, goodness, I hope that you're not bored. And thank you guys for listening this long. Whoopsie. So those are what the patterns that I am going to be releasing over the next few days, and that's what's happening in my life. I know it's a bit crazy, and I'm not very good with being constant on Instagram and the whole Reels thing. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, if you guys are Instagram, you know, designers like me. Like, I depend so much on Instagram because that's where I drive traffic into my website and into Ravelry, and literally my family eats because I sell things from Instagram. And the fact that I need to make reels to bring traffic into my account is just, I find it so difficult. And I know it's just like a silly video, but like it's just not part of my culture, my everyday culture, to just like record things. And I really do try, but I feel like, first of all, who gives a crap? You know, it's just my life. And I know that a lot of people are interested in, like, I've had people following me for like so long, and they're interested in my kids, and like they enjoy knowing what's going on in my life. But like at the same time, I just feel like I'm feeling self-important, and I'm like, come on, no one cares about what I'm doing. And maybe you do, and so thank you if you do, but at the same time I feel like I need to change my mentality when it comes to that. And at the same time, and on the other hand, it's just time consuming, you know, having the time to sit and make a reel and make sure it's edited. It's time consuming. And as you know, with 2 kids and my husband and my own needs and my work, just my time is so limited, that I just don't always have the energy or the desire to sit and think about a cool idea for a video. And I'm sure lots of people do it and they have the time, and I think that's amazing, and I'm so jealous, and I don't know how they do it. But I am not that person, and I am trying, and I really am trying. So thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for sticking with this medium, and you know, if you guys are watching this episode, I mean, that's awesome. thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will do my best to communicate better on Instagram and to be more active there and maybe use stories a bit more often and stuff like that. But anyway, that's what's going on. I hope you've enjoyed what you watched today. Again, any links that you're looking for, they're all going to be in the description when it comes to patterns and yarn. My book, you can all find that on the description down below. Please feel free to comment. Tell me what you think about the patterns, about the ideas. Should I do knit? Should I do crochet? Do you like the color combinations I've gone with? Are you excited about what's coming up? Do you want to be a tester? I'll put the link down there as well for you to sign up as a tester. And I love hearing from you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and feel free to share to all your friends, just so you get excited about what's coming up. I know it's been a while since I've been very active with crochet because of my book, but now that I am back, I am traveling, so I am slow, but it's coming, it's coming. Thanks again, and I will see you again soon. All right, have a great day and a great summer. Bye-bye.